Hi guys, I'm Lisa,
And I'm Angela.
and we're One of a Kind Milwaukee.
All right. So we are back with our third charity spotlight episode. And we wanted to share about a couple local charities once again, starting with Toys for Tots
Toys for Tots.
and Embassy Suites by Hilton
Milwaukee,
in
Brookfield.
We'll be collecting new unwrapped toys. You can drop those off between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. Holy cow, that's
That's
a good range of hours.
Yeah, no
If you
excuses.
can't make that work, you don't really want to donate.
I mean, that is a very nice window.
Yeah.
And they're right off the freeway too, so a quick little, on your jaunt to work or on your way back or on your weekend errands or grabbing a bite to eat in the area.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So many places to eat or shop or whatever in the area. So
Yeah,
make
and
a day of it. Go shopping, buy the things, and donate some.
Yeah, and they are collecting through December 8th. Yeah, and this is just a mini feature here, since that's pretty much the info. But we also wanted to feature it because we will be working alongside Embassy Suites by Hilton Milwaukee Brookfield in December for our very first Girls Weekend segment.
So exciting.
So exciting. They're hosting our group for the weekend so we can experience everything that they have with their suites, their evening reception, and more. So, very, very looking forward to that and think that it's great that they're working with this charity that helps so many kiddos receive a little something special during the holiday time.
Absolutely. We've talked about many times, holidays can be super stressful, but when you literally have to worry about disappointing your kids on Christmas, like I'm not sure that it gets much more stressful than that for Christmas.
Yeah. And then since we're speaking of Girls Weekend a little bit here, we also wanted to give a little shout out to Bar Louie in Brookfield, as well as the Uncle Julio's, as they will be a part of a very special piece of the weekend that we are putting together. And we're looking forward to checking their spaces out, trying food and beverage, and just a really fun evening.
One of a kind evening, one might say.
Yeah. Boom.
You're welcome. So excited.
So, up next, we're going to be speaking with Nicole Price, Executive Director of Ray of Hope Rescue, located here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. As our listeners know, dog rescue, dogs, animals, they're important to us, and they should be important to you too. So, we're very excited to have this interview with Nicole as we personally know her. So, it helps put this a little closer and more personal. And they are a new rescue. So we're excited to hear more about that.
Absolutely. Okay, Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today. Did you want to start by telling us a little bit about yourself and also about Ray of Hope and what kind of rescue it is?
Sure. I've probably been in the rescue world for about 3-ish years, I want to say. Feels like longer. Then it also feels like shorter. So who knows? I am an executive assistant by day. That's my full-time job. And then got into rescue. I started out just volunteering, going and helping with events or helping with kennel duty. And then, of course, started to foster, fell in love with doing that. And then, met some awesome people along the way. And then eventually we decided to start our own rescue. And as we were struggling to find the right name for the rescue, one of the founders, her dog, Ray, passed away suddenly from pneumonia. It was completely unexpected and very unfortunate. And she was such a great foster dog, or I should say she was a great foster sister to the other dogs in the home. She was great with them, just help them relax, settle in, play with them, just, one of those perfect heart dogs. So we decided to name the rescue after Ray and honor her and called it Ray of Hope. We are a dog and cat rescue. So the cats are a little bit new to me, but we have a few cat fosters that are absolutely loving it. I'm still sticking with the small dogs myself, but have met so many big dogs that are also great. And we are 100% foster based right now. We do not have a facility. That is one of our goals for the future. And of course, we're always looking for volunteers, whether you want to foster or help out with anything on the side.
I think that that's really sweet that the rescue is named after Ray. That was a really nice touch that you guys did as a group for the rescue.
The name plays really well into like actually working as a name that has like its own independent meaning too, though. Like it's pretty perfect.
Yeah. So as a new rescue, what would you say your goals are for year one?
Oh my. I mean, we tackled a lot of goals already with, getting the website going, getting our 501c3, getting our dog seller's license. We've gone through, I think, 4 intakes, and I think have had about almost 10 animals spayed or neutered all
Nice.
since July. So right now, I feel like we're ahead of our goals.
I mean, that's great. Can't complain about that,
Getting more people on board to help us out so we can spread the love of work or volunteerism.
Yeah, absolutely. That rolls right into our question about like, are you looking for volunteers? What kind of tasks can volunteers do?
Yes, absolutely. We are looking for pretty much anything that you could think of, like dog transport, taking them to their spay and neuter appointments, or maybe taking them to a vet appointment for their CVI. We also need volunteers to help out at events, whether it is manning the information table and answering questions about Ray of Hope and the dogs, and also handling a dog at an event. Like myself right now, I have 2 fosters. So obviously we do 1 person per foster at the event. So one human per dog. And I always seem to have multiple fosters, so I always need help. And then there's a few other of us too that like to do the multiple fosters. So we always need people helping with that. Event planning is always something we're looking for help with. Anyone that has some technology background as far as making TikTok videos or any of that stuff for us.
And
That
then
sounds like a fun job.
yeah.
Something I haven't figured out how to do myself yet. And I'm okay with not knowing how to do it.
Well, we can attest the social media. It's a whole nother world. But so in terms of volunteering as a foster, just to kind of lead off, because that would be ultimately a volunteer position, what does someone need in order to foster?
Open heart. They pretty much need to be willing to take in an animal into their home, and then knowing that they're going to help them find their forever home. And tons and tons of people say I could never foster because I'd want to keep them all. My favorite part about being a foster is getting to meet all the dogs, getting to meet all, see all the different personalities, and then watching that happy family and the happy dog find its forever home. So anyone that's interested in fostering, you would just go to our website and fill out the volunteer application. Obviously, if you're a renter, your apartment has to be able to allow dogs. Once you're approved, we give you a little training, online handbook that goes through a lot of the different steps of being a foster, the whole adoption process. You also are assigned a mentor when you first start. So I have 2 mentees right now that are waiting to tag their first animal. So then I'm right there. I'm to walk them through all the processes and be their first point of contact in case they have any questions.
Is there like a certain location range that you would want fosters to be in, like within an hour of downtown or anything like that?
Pretty much within the hour of the Milwaukee area. I think right now our furthest foster that's west of Milwaukee is Pewaukee, but then the majority of us right now just happen to be within the Milwaukee metro area.
And we know you have an event coming up very soon on the 20th. Did you want to share a little about that?
Yes, it's Wednesday the 20th. We'll be at Point After Bar and Grill in Franklin. You can stop out. They are open for lunch, and any sales throughout the entire day, they are donating 10% back to Ray of Hope.
Oh, nice.
We will be there on site from about 5:30 until 8, and we will have some prize baskets, a little 50-50 drawing, a wine and liquor pull, Plinko game, and some of our swag there to purchase. Unfortunately, the event is no dogs inside, so we won't have any of our furry friends there, but we're always happy to answer questions on them if anyone wants to pop in and chat with us.
That sounds awesome. And I've actually been there many times. It was where I used to meet my boss for lunch all the time. So they got really good food. So that's a plus for sure.
Yeah, nice. So, Nicole, where can our audience find out more, like about the rescue, about events? Because I know that you guys do a few, you have different events that take place as well. Where can they look for that information?
Yeah, they can go to our website, which is rayofhoperescue.org, and Ray is spelled R-E-Y. All of our adoption information, volunteer information, foster, a little bit about the rescue is all on our website. And then we do post all of our events on our Facebook page, which you'll be able to find by looking at Ray of Hope. And then we are also on Instagram as well.
We have shared on our story a few of your adoptables and upcoming events, past events. We are making sure to also help spread the word about Ray of Hope that way too.
And that is wonderful, because I know some people are too busy that they don't have time to volunteer, or maybe they're not in a good situation where they can foster. Maybe they have one household animal that doesn't do well with other animals. So if you don't have time to volunteer and you can't foster, there's always making donations or spreading the word, liking our website, following us, sharing our events with your friends and family.
And is there anything else that we haven't touched on that you'd like to share?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so
No.
much for joining us. Make sure to check out Ray of Hope on their website and on socials. We'll have them in the info. Lisa.
In the episode show notes? Is that what we're trying to say?
Yes, the show notes. We'll have them in the show notes. So you can check it out there, and we'll be sharing the upcoming event that's taking place on November 20th on our social media as well. So until next time.
I think that's it. Until next time.
Thank you for tuning in to One of a Kind Milwaukee. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did making it. As a small podcast, your support means everything to us.
Seriously.
Please consider subscribing, rating, and leaving a review on your preferred platform.
That's Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio.
And don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss an episode.
We have some exciting topics and guests lined up for the future. Don't forget to check out the show notes for links related to the episodes.
And keep an eye out on our Instagram story for bonus material.
That being said, make sure to follow us on Instagram at oneofakindmke to stay in the loop to learn more about local businesses, events, giveaways, and more.
Thank you again for listening. Until next time, this is Lisa
And Angela, hoping you have a one-of-a-kind week.